What's up, everybody? And we are back with another one. And today we will be talking about the problem that I have with Clout. And this is all my opinion. Every video is my opinion. Clout is stupid and I wish it wasn't a thing, but it is. Status matters more than morality to some people. So let's get into it. The first problem I have with Clout, the very first problem I have with Clout is that these people that care about that stuff have no type of personal influence in their logic or their decision making. And let me explain. You ever see somebody who will just watch a video and agree with somebody and agree with that person just because everybody else does? Now, there's a bunch of different factors, but I would contribute. There's a bunch of different factors, but I would contribute that mainly to Clout. Look at some of these YouTubers. To be real. I ain't gonna say no names, but they'll hype up games that are mid or not really, not really good. Not necessarily not good, but they'll hype up games that aren't even fun for real. Or even interesting for real. Like, you know what you're getting into. And I'm kind of talking about Elden Ring. And I can't say, I haven't played the game, but I don't even want to watch people play it. I've tried to. The game is just, I don't see how people can watch people play it, but I'm not going to crap on the game. I haven't played it. But watching people play it, I'm like, there's nothing to make me want to play it. But that's my opinion. And like I said, I don't care if somebody disagrees with that. That's my opinion. Watching people play that does not make me want to play that. I don't care about it. It's just, I don't like games like that. The game seems kind of like just, it throw you in and then that's it. I feel like you have to be more of a fan of that game, that type of game, to really appreciate it. Obviously, it's not a bad game, and that's another thing. Just because you have an opinion, a negative opinion about a game, doesn't mean that the game is bad. Just because you don't want to play it doesn't mean it's bad, and people gotta get out of that. But that's what I said with that Clout stuff. You can see so much hype on something that really is mid. And some folks really just be riding waves for real. There could be a YouTuber with 10 million subs or 20 million subs. They content ain't really, it's like a niche. It's like they're kind of famous already, so they don't have to try as hard. Drake has been accused of that. They're famous already, so they can really just blow air in the mic and it'll go platinum. That's a level that some of these YouTubers are at. And like I said, you had to get to that point, no doubt. You had to get to that point. But if you're somebody like me that didn't really watch them until they got to that point, you could see my perspective of why I have the opinion I have. I'll be like, this person really only popping just because everybody else says he is. His content ain't nothing that I want to watch. But there's nothing wrong with that, I don't have to be interested in everything. But I don't want to come off as one of them people that hates everything just to sound unpopular. Them type of people are garbage too. But the next segment, it kind of ties into the first one about being popping. You don't really like something because it's not popping. You see it a lot with clothes. I would say the best clothes are the black owned clothes. I'm not saying it because I'm black. I'm saying it, I'm being serious. The best and most creative clothes are the black owned clothes, like the ones from Melon Apparel. They're the best clothes I've ever seen. They're the most creative clothes I've ever seen. But they're not popping the way some of these other companies are. And the crazy part is, I could show them clothes to to some people and they'll say they're trash. And then, like, let's say Gucci or Yves Saint Laurent literally posted a t-shirt with the logo on it. They're going to say that's fire. If you can't tell me that that's a group mentality, then nothing is. There's nothing you can tell me that makes that a group mentality. How is it not? You literally don't like something just because it's popping. Or not popping, I should say. That is the weirdest mindset to me. Because it's like, bro, like, y'all be the main ones thinking you're setting trends and not following, but you really are. And I'll go ahead and say this. Setting trends is not a personality trait. Being a follower is not a personality trait, but it is to some of these folks. Kind of clout, low key, is like a mix of all that. And it's kind of some people's personality trait. Okay, we see it a lot in celebrities or even people with clout on TikTok and stuff. They are attractive. But you can't tell me you can't go to a city and see 100 girls that look better than her. And I ain't gonna say who, but you can't tell me. Because it's clout. Y'all don't like some folks, and I say y'all because I'm not a part of that. I don't care about clout. I care about how you make me feel. And if I want to be around you or not. Or if you're shallow. And I hate to come off like a hater because in this day and age, you can't have an opinion without being called a hater. You can't have your own personal opinion without being called a hater. And that's just this day and age. I could think some of these TikTok women aren't as attractive because they're not. There's nothing different about them. Think about it. There's like a image that all of them look like, and you see it so much. It's like, what's cool about it? You don't see no unicorns no more. You don't. You do not see any unicorns anymore. And that's and then it's like I said, some people will only consider an attractive woman a unicorn because she has clout. I'll say an attractive TikToker or somebody on YouTube. They don't even have to have a personality. They just got attention. So that just draws you in. And I hate that the world is like that because it goes to show you that some people literally don't even have their own mind. There's no quality. There's no quality like that's a standard. None of that. It's just how much attention do they get? How many people want to be them? How many people want to be with them? You know, that's why I think OnlyFans is a thing. Ain't no way a man in his right mind would spend his money on a woman that literally all she had to do was make an account and record herself and pay the I'm pretty sure OnlyFans takes out some type of percentage. Pay that, and that's auto-generated. I'm pretty sure that's it. It ain't like it's hard to do. And it's just, it's weird. Like, bro, I ain't trying to knock none of that. I ain't gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I don't agree with prostitution and none of that. And I'll stand on that, whether people stand with me or not. I don't agree with it, and I've never agreed with it. Because the same people that agree with it are the same people talking about all these missing girls and all this sexual abuse and all that. Hey, bro, some people are so weird that you're weird already if you pay for it. But some people are so weird that when they pay for it, they think they can treat you however. So that's why I said if that can't happen, then it would happen less, at least in my opinion. But I could just be looking at it like a kid. I don't know. That's just what I think. But it's one of them things where people are just so wrapped up in like attention, and it's sickening to me because it makes people like me not even want to create. But as me as a content creator, that's even cringy to say, honestly. Me as somebody who makes stuff and makes my own things and wants to put it out and get paid for it. It's basically artistry. It makes me not want to do it. Makes me not even want to start, but I'm going to anyway. Because so what? So what? That's my whole niche. Stand out. And I can't. It's not my personality. It's not my not necessarily personality. It's not my just full on head on mission is just to be different. I can't try to be something I am. Like, that's just what it is. I can't try to be different. I am different. And that's just how I have to go about it. I got different ideas. The only thing is I got to be confident enough to do it. And if I wasn't confident, I wouldn't be recording this. Next point. Next point is kind of what I was just talking about, like with the trends. Like, they have no decision making, no trend. They have no decision making. The trends are just out of control. And oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Those same people like to try to laugh at people who don't think like that. That's what I was getting at. Those same people, they like to laugh at people who don't think like how they think. Because like I said in my other video, they're gonna laugh until it starts working, until it's popping. I don't know why people are like that. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. You laugh and then it's popping. Now you wish you would have jumped on it. Like, look now, everybody wants to start a business. Everybody wants to nothing wrong with that. Everybody don't want to work. Everybody don't want to do this, do that. You can even scale it. You can scale it all the way down to your own personal life. Let's say somebody told you a decision was stupid, but it was a good decision for you, but it wouldn't work for them. It would be stupid for them because it ain't supposed to work for them like that. Then when they see it working for you, they try to do it. I got a video actually in the works about this because it's a backstory about what happened to me. A guy told me I was an idiot for trying to do something. Then a few months later, he ended up doing the exact same thing he told me I was stupid for trying to do. I'll put all that in that video. And it's like, bro, like, why? Why are you like that? And then not even just him, but there's people like him everywhere. And that's my question. Why? You literally will say something is stupid, and then when somebody else is doing it and it works, now you want to do it. Why don't you still think it's stupid? Because a lot of folks ain't got their own mind and they wrapped up in money and they worship money and clout. They worship it. So they can't have a moral ground. They can't just say no to some things. They can't just literally they have no identity. Like I said in my first video, I'm a bigger guy, right? So I was never a part of a crowd because I wasn't athletic enough to keep up. Only thing I could really be good at was school. And even I wasn't the best at that. I just did good enough, or I did above average. So I had high B's, low A's, sometimes high A's. I never had like a 98, 99 average in a class unless it was literally like an elective. But regardless, it's just, I've noticed that my whole life. When you do the right thing, you get rewarded in the best way possible. And all the followers, they have no identity. So being a big dude really was a blessing in disguise because I had to work on my identity. I had to work on my real self. I had to work on my own actual real life things. I had to. Because I didn't have no money and I was, like I said, I had asthma a lot. And it was a struggle with that. I had to work on my actual being and my identity. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I found it. Lastly, I would say the biggest problem with Clout is, and I feel like I touched on everything, but the biggest problem is what I was saying a while ago. and I didn't explain this, but I'm explaining it now. They make you feel stupid for not conforming. They make you feel stupid for living a life of non-conformity. You get called stuck up. You get called lame. You get called all this stuff. But then when you get the fruits of your labor, it's cool. I don't understand it. And like I said, I've always tried to understand it. I just don't. I guess I'm one of these people that I like to know something in its totality and understand the ins and outs of it. So I would kind of stress myself out a little bit trying to understand some people's mentality, and I never could, and it will bother me because I'm just like, why does that person think like that? And I'm over here spending my own time wearing myself half to death trying to figure somebody out, and it's like they can't be figured out. It ain't for me to figure out. And I don't know who can relate to that, but I mean, that's just the honest truth. You can't figure out some people because they are that stupid. Yes, you could ask the question, how was somebody that stupid? You don't know. There ain't an answer. All you know is, yes, they are that stupid. Yes, they are that stupid. There are some people in this world that are just dumb like that. They're just dumb. And I hate to make it seem like I'm sitting on a horse or I'm sitting on a pedestal looking low, but I'm not. It's just, hey, that's my opinion. It's all my opinion. I could be wrong. But I'm saying, I don't think you're intelligent if you're a conformist. How can you say that something is stupid and then go back and do it when you see that it's a good idea? How do you laugh at somebody for dressing a certain way and you couldn't even afford it, honestly? And then if your favorite celebrity was wearing it, you'd be wearing it. I don't get the conformity, man. I don't get it, because it's like, for what? For what? And it's whack. It really is. And like, I'm gonna say this as well. My experiences come from me being alone a lot. Come from me feeling outcasted a lot. So I knew I was intelligent, and so I took my intelligence and dug deep into my real thoughts and like my real like mentality to see what I really think like and how I really should move. It don't serve me to conform to every little thing. It's okay to take advice. It's okay to have a new idea and a new perspective that somebody birthed in your head. That's okay. But to literally not like something just because, that's nuts. That's nuts. Perfect example, and this is my last point. My favorite team is the Phoenix Suns, right? I was a Phoenix Suns fan when they were trash. And Steve Nash is my favorite player. He made me a Suns fan when I was a kid. My favorite number was 13 and everything because of Steve Nash. When I got older, it changed to 29, but I'll explain that another time. Literally, Steve Nash is the reason why I'm a shooter in basketball. Because a lot of people talk about his playmaking, he's a shooter too. Everything. The way I play basketball, I wanted to play like him. But anyway. So, obviously, after he left and went to the Lakers, the team went on like a 10-year drought. So, the last thing they did good was in the bubble, and we went like 8-0, right? I was like, yo, I even said in 2020, I was like, they're going to the finals next year. I was joking because I was like, I don't know. But then we got Chris Paul and we actually went. I was like, dang. And hopefully we go back again. I think we can. If we do go again, I think we're going to win this time. But we got to get there. But regardless, I was a Suns fan when everybody laughed. I was a Suns fan when it was hard to be a Suns fan. D-Book dropped 70 and we lost. 70 points and we lost. Chris Paul be pissing me off with that little flopping junk. I say this every time I watch a game of theirs. When Chris Paul start doing all that, that's how you know they're not finna win the game. And if they do, it'll be close and it'll be crazy if they win. But I'm saying, I feel good that I stuck with my team when it was hard to. Now look. Everybody a Suns fan. Another example. I said this is my last one, but this is another example. I don't care. It's my video. In Black Ops Cold War, when the game dropped, there was this gun called the Milano, right? The Milano was trash. It was the worst SMG in the game. I don't know if it might have been the worst gun in the game. Worst automatic gun in the game. So I used it anyway because I liked it. I liked the way it felt when I was running around. It felt really good. It felt like the it felt like a lighter version of the PDW from Black Ops 2 to me. It felt like a lighter version of that. And if you knew how to use it, you could get kills with it. I leveled it up. I never got gold or anything because I didn't really care about all that. I just leveled it up, right? Boom. A patch drop. The Milano is ridiculously overpowered. It's better than any AR in the game. It has more range, and it hits like a tank at range. Now, guess what? Everybody's using it. Everybody's using it. And they're leveling the gun up. I already had the gun leveled up. And it taught me a lesson of quit following trends. Do what you know is in your heart and do what you know you're comfortable with and you're good at doing. And it's gonna be popping and you'll be the creator of it. You'll be at the forefront of it. And like that taught me something. I learned a lesson from that. Like, when you stick with something, even when you stick with something you like that's not really getting out there like that, it don't matter about if it's getting out there. It's gonna do its job. And when that time comes, you're gonna be heavily prepared. Heavily prepared. And that's how I felt about a lot of the stuff that I've ever liked or ever just done in my life. They laugh, but when I wear it right, when I wear that shirt right, when I wear them shoes right, when I use that gun, when I like my team, we up one. I don't feel like I'm gay. I don't feel like I gotta play catch up. I don't feel like I'm a poser. You know what I mean? But hopefully this video helps some folks, and hopefully this video is a new perspective. So thanks for all the people that watch, and thanks for the folks that subscribe and really care. And I'm gonna say this as well. I ain't asking nobody to subscribe. Do subscribe if you want to. Like the video if you want to. It's up to you. But it's very appreciated regardless. Thank you. Peace.